there were little rods that people
You
do that. It's like a tuning fork, and you ding it, and it gives you a vibrating sensation.
You've changed, Josh. You've changed.
Not me.
It's time for either or.
You take it and then you just go like this.
Ding. Yeah.
Fail to find the humor.
$1 million, but when you climax,
Oh god.
Oh.
I can't believe we're taking it to this level.
you barf in your mouth.
Yeah, I probably would.
I probably
All right,
would.
ladies, be warned. Brett may puke on you.
He's not getting this offer right now. This is a scenario.
No, this is based on things that will never happen, right?
All right,
Or-
let's do it right now.
What?
Let's use this
Go
scenario.
ahead.
Let's do it right
Have
now.
a
Portable system. Battery consumption is definitely
It's not
something
a
you have to
portable
address.
system.
It
It's
is a portable system.
It's a console hybrid, okay?
It's portable.
A portable system is a PSP. You're meant to take it with you when you need to take a shit. That's about it.
No, that's not about it. People
Where else you gonna
travel
go
with
with
it
it?
on the airplane.
Oh, and how long's a fucking airplane ride? They got an outlet
well,
on
I
an
don't know.
airplane?
You're going to Indiana to LA. How long is it, Josh and Alex?
6
4
hours.
hours.
4 to 6 hours.
Exactly.
Oh, wow. Look at that Switch battery lasting almost 6 hours.
Oh,
what
if
do you
it's
know?
charged when you go.
Well, who's going to leave with it half dead?
Well, I don't know. Somebody
Irresponsible
forgets to
people.
charge it.
Well, then don't fucking forget. I don't like the big, thick ones like that
The
because
reason for this is so I can carry everything with it. Right there, it holds my Joy-Con covers, and it holds my games inside of these slots here.
Where's your charger go?
You don't need a charger; it's portable.
I just got a Charlie horse in my thigh.
Oh shoot! You okay?
You're gonna fart or
Do
something.
you need something?
Hey, where's your Charlie
Just
horse?
give me time. It's on the bottom of this thigh.
Hey, you can do this. Put your foot out. Put your
I
foot
can't.
Out. Do it.
No.
Punch it.
Oh shoot!
Ah! Put it out. Now flex your foot up, like your toes towards the ceiling. It looks like you're trying to take a shit.
What do you need to
Well, I
do?
don't want it to look like
What do you
that.
want to do?
I'm trying to put my foot over there.
Give me your
Help me. My back's to the camera.
No, you're fine.
Ridiculous.
You're fine. You're okay.
It's
You're okay.
ridiculous.
You're okay. You're
Let's do some
Doing some friggin' Christmas trivia.
this one.
Oh, it's a good thing you said that.
yeah.
Oh, is it now?
Yeah.
Welcome back to the PTOUnlimited podcast. My name is Brett.
I'm Josh.
Alex.
This is episode 170. Don't believe the YouTube title again.
God, I'm dumb.
And last week it was on the other screen.
Yeah, I have. Yeah,
Well, I mean, it's on both screens, but that's
So-
real time.
that's real time. That's
So
not,
that's why.
and that's them.
So it won't be on the audio because I hit record right before
But that's
my
funny.
intro. Yeah.
We messed up.
You didn't tell me.
I did. I thought you knew.
Okay, can we start the podcast?
Well,
Yeah,
This is the start.
we started. How about this heat?
Congratulations.
The heat is over.
It is over now. But my God.
It was hot last week. Dang.
And June is actually considered the hottest month to record, to date. The hottest month
Like
Like of this year?
This year.
of all time.
Oh.
What?
Yes.
You mean this?
According to
in
Time
June
magazine.
2019?
Time.com. Yes.
Or are you talking about over the years? June on average is a hotter temperature than any
June
other
is the hottest month around the globe in the history of recording.
month? Okay.
Yes.
That's strange. I would have thought it'd been August.
Yeah, I would have said August.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would have thought it would have been too, because that's when actually the sea level, the ocean is warmest, is in August and September,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because of the heat.
The
and
planet
Speaking
is
of
warm.
weather, like we got that real short storm yesterday.
Did you lose power?
No.
Wow.
Like
You were
the,
in
the power outage
Yeah.
stopped like right in front of right behind our house.
Yeah.
Weird. What's interesting, and I don't even know why I haven't thought about this, but we have not had any good thunderstorms this year.
I know, right? I was sitting out there hanging out the window watching it. Like as we were driving, I'm like, can you just like go this way because I want to watch the storm.
I always like thunderstorms as long as they're not, damaging property.
Right.
But there
Josh's
hasn't.
parents had a tornado last week.
They did.
That would damage property.
That did damage
There,
property.
there haven't been any this summer.
No.
It's been too hot or too.
No.
Uh,
No excuses.
No, it has. It's been too hot. Like it's
The
Okay, Brett.
like there hasn't been a constant like hot, cold, like warm air.
You and
cold
I,
air,
all
kaboom.
three of us have never had this conversation. Do you believe in climate change?
well, the reason why we haven't is because it's a
It's a very controversial
Political.
topic, and you can be as political as you want, but do you believe in the climate itself?
I believe
warming up.
that the weather has been affected by our abuse
Gases.
of the planet.
Yes, thank you.
I agree.
I totally agree.
I don't know if that means global warming. I don't know if it means climate change, but things are definitely different
And
now.
things are wrong.
And I saw a meme that somebody posted a couple times that is a picture of the Earth, and it's talking to the sun. It says, "Why are you hurting them so much?" And the sun says, "Because they hurt you." And
Oh.
there's some truth to that.
Aw.
Damn. That's like right in the feels there.
Yeah.
Like holy cow. I'm gonna.
Guys, but the sun is bullshit. That's the planet we're living on right now. People think the sun is bullshit.
Yeah.
So it's even worse that somebody has discovered a small lake in the Alps, 11,000 feet. Yeah,
But
What does that mean?
up in the Alps, up in the mountains, there's a lake that has never had a lake up there. The
Oh.
snow is melting so much
Oh.
that it is puddling
Yeah.
and making a lake.
Here's something also. Now this is not related to climate change, but I posted this the other night. Got really nobody commenting on it. But
Sorry.
everybody was complaining about how hot it was, and yes, it was hot.
oh, I
But
saw your post.
I remember well the summer of 2012
Mhm.
when it was 100 degrees, not 90,
Mhm.
not 94,
You guys had it the week.
100 degrees.
That was the week of 4th of July because you guys had a firework ban, and that was the year before we moved here. And you guys couldn't
Couldn't do the
set off
fireworks.
fireworks because it was too dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was
And
that hot.
It was for
Child's play.
several consecutive days.
Mhm.
It hit 100.
It wasn't one day. It was like
No.
a week.
Brett,
It
you-
was at
you
least
can
a week.
move to South Dakota. Seriously, middle South Dakota, you're seeing this weather
Yeah,
regularly.
I know, but for here,
Yeah,
that's
but
not normal.
That's the
I
thing.
know.
I didn't think it was. Yes, it was hot, but it wasn't like, oh my god, I gotta stay inside hot.
Maybe people are getting like too
Wimpier.
Brett,
what wimpier? I'm trying to think of a good. People are getting weak.
What? What are you trying to
it's
say?
because we've had better.
Okay, I guess so. I've had better.
So let's move into our podcast for. Let's go to another topic here, guys. The heat wave is over. It got really hot.
It was a
The-
nice
the-
breezy 75 degrees
first-
today.
The
Yeah.
first real heat wave of the summer is over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did you? Do you have anything to talk about over the week? Did you do anything? You had your birthday.
I did.
Yeah, you had a
happy
birthday.
belated. We
Thank
already
you.
said happy birthday to you last week, but
Yep.
yeah, I hope it was a
Um,
good one.
It was okay. I mean, it was good. I went and hung out with Leela for a little bit. That was fun.
Yeah.
We went to. Do you know what Sweet Monster is here in town?
I know what sweet
That
water
sounds
is.
like
It's
yes.
not-
Actually, that's up on Lima.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the
We
ice
should
cream
go.
and
We
cookie
should
place.
go sometime.
Yeah, it's the ice cream shop.
I mean, I know we're kind of all against sugar, but it's kind of
I'm not against sugar. I'm
well,
just
we
toning
limit
it down a
we
bit.
limit our intake, and there's really no limiting at Sweet Monster. But basically, it's a never do that.
Sorry,
We're not
As you're
against
holding-
sugar.
purpose
as you're
because
holding your
we're
sodas.
both drinking Mountain Dew.
So
We need some
anyway,
energy.
I got what was called a Cookie Monster, and
Was it blue?
was blue.
Yes.
It was
I want one now.
like vanilla ice cream, and what they do is they like flatten it out, and they use these like putty knives, and it gets real thin, and then they roll it,
Like
and
a
they
cannoli.
roll it up. Yes,
Yeah.
and then they stick it in this cup, and they put in an Oreo and a Chips Ahoy and whipped cream and M&Ms.
That looks
Dang.
that sounds
Is
yummy.
that with
I
ice
like
cream?
I pictured you making
Well, the
that, made me
rolls
hungry.
are ice cream.
Yeah.
Like they take the
It's
they,
thick rolls of ice
they
cream.
it comes out really in liquid form, and with their smoothing and their spatulas, it hardens, and they
What?
flatten it out real
I
tight,
have to see
and
that.
then they roll. Yeah, and they do it right in front of you, just like a Subway.
Wow.
So yeah, we should go sometime.
It's a Subway for ice cream.
Basically,
Mm.
but
We still haven't gone to that like Happy Bunny or
Chubby Bunny.
Ch-
no,
or-
no, I know.
Not
what you're-
Chubby Bunny. That's the
what
challenge.
the heck is it called? The one on ice cream between donuts.
yeah.
What the heck
Yummy
is it
Bunny.
called?
Yummy
Bunny.
Bunny.
That's it.
This is
Which
the local portion of the podcast.
I don't know. To me, that just sounds messy. This you still eat with a spoon.
I want a donut.
Donuts are
They
good.
probably have donuts there at the Sweet Monster.
Okay.
So yeah, and it's not. They don't give you like this enormous thing either. So it's still a reasonable, portion, but it's
Pricey?
very rich. Not overly.
like a DQ kind of.
About like a Blizzard.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
But yeah, we should check it out, and it's just kind of a cool little shop.
Did you do anything else over the week other than
Mhm.
work?
Yep. Oh, so well documented back issues, right?
Oh, no.
Well, I didn't have a back issue, but I went and had to spend considerable money on shoes, so I went and bought 4 pairs of shoes to cycle through my work week, so that I'm extending my
The life of
You
your
life
shoes.
of my
bought
shoes.
4 pairs of
4
shoes?
pairs, yep.
Oh.
Why didn't you just buy insoles?
Because I don't want to cheat it and really hurt my back.
Cheat what?
I don't want to try to take a shortcut when I did that, and this is where I am.
I'm trying to. Okay. I don't
I
understand.
guess you could go either way. Buy good, as long as they're decent pairs of shoes versus
They're good.
insoles.
You
Yeah,
would have
whatever.
spent less.
Would have spent less, but I needed new shoes anyway. The 2 pairs that I had for work, and not just work, I had 2 pairs that I was just wearing for work and wherever, and I broke them down. They're a year old, so it was just time for new ones, and I
A year?
needed to.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's
Oh,
that?
You're on your feet more than me.
What's that comedian that I can't remember his name, but he goes, I wanted to get my teeth whitened, but I decided to get a tan instead.
Oh my gosh. He passed away.
I know.
Ralphie May.
No,
No, skinny guy, hipster guy,
he was
sunglasses.
he was on drugs
Yeah,
a lot
yeah.
Well, that doesn't do it.
in like what 90s, the 90s.
Late '90s, early 2000s. Mitch Hedberg.
Mitch Hedberg.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like
He-
I wanted to get my teeth whitened, but I decided to get a tan instead.
That's a easy way to do it. Why did you bring that up?
I don't know, because he was talking like the shoes versus insoles, and I don't know, something in my brain made a connection.
I wanted to fix my back with some shoes, with some insoles, so I got 4
Four
pairs of shoes instead.
That's,
I
what
used
it,
to-
that's what it said in
That's
my head.
odd. I've never heard of somebody purchase multiple shoes just for work. I mean, but if it works in
Well,
your favor, it helps.
Whatever.
I just don't want to be in pain at work.
Yeah, yeah. So, did you? So, are you gonna like switch off, like wear this today, wear this next day, wear this next day, just
Basically,
cycle 'em?
I
So, like a Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday.
pretty much just one after the other
shoes.
through 4 pairs
underwear?
of shoes in a
Kind of like your
5-day
underwear
work
when
week.
you're younger.
No,
Monday,
I
Tuesday.
always washed them.
Well, people
No,
had the
you
dailies.
had you had
that
like you had your
the
daily
daily.
pack that had Monday through or Sunday through Saturday on it. and it
Girls
said-
had it more than men.
Yeah.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Men didn't have
It was
this.
like it
I
was like
had an underwear drawer. I grabbed a pair, and I
Okay.
wore them.
So, Alex, do you
I
want to know the
had
reason
it.
behind that? Is so
No.
that way if a girl's wearing like a Thursday on a Saturday, a guy's gonna think that's dirty,
babe.
right? Is that?
This was like
I mean, it
elementary.
says-
Oh wow! No, whoa!
What are you talking? It says the day on the underwear.
Yes.
What?
You never
Yes,
seen
it's
that?
like I had those when I was like a really, really little girl. Like you would, it was like it was a fun pack that said Saturday through Sunday each pair, and then you would just, because it made it. I don't know if it was because potty training and stuff. Like, oh, you grab a pair of underwear for that day.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It was fun. They were cute.
I
and all.
They
never heard
probably
of that.
have that in adult form now.
I bet you they
Probably.
do.
I mean, kids are growing up; they're wearing their footy pajamas and all of that
Yeah.
jazz.
Yeah, whatever. All right, what are we gonna move on? To?
We did a cosplay shoot on Saturday, and holy cow, the heat! It's the hottest day of the
It
week.
needed to be though, because Lara Croft is often in tropical
Yes,
climates.
it
It
worked.
worked.
It worked.
It did.
Fortunately and unfortunately, because Josh and I are covered in mosquito bites.
Oh yeah.
Um,
But you could have used bug spray.
yeah, we didn't think about that.
We were thinking we were gonna be in the sun and not in the shade for
Yeah.
some of it. But
So we're just like, oh no, it's not bad. And then I think it was we were driving yesterday. We're like, you know what? When we went to Cedar Point, we bought that $1 can of off that was in the car. Why didn't we?
right. So you dressed up as Lara Croft and did some Tomb Raider stuff.
Yes, in my original 2013 costume.
What
Yes.
did you say about doing Gears cosplay?
Oh, I was saying that Alex
Oh,
should do Gears.
He suggested I do a Gears cosplay.
Yeah.
So
That'd be
Alana did Gears cosplay. She's probably on her.
Alana Pierce.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on her. I just think that would be kind of difficult to do.
Not
It
as
would be-
difficult as like. I mean, it's got a lot of assets to it, like a vest that
So,
you have to
but
build on.
but that would require. I'm following some newer cosplayers on Instagram now. So there's one that pretty much shows for every single thing she does exactly how she does it. On like she's got YouTube channel. She's the number one cosplayer in the world right now.
How are you gonna get the weapon though?
Foam.
Was Jake gonna make it?
I could make it.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't know if I
Lancers are you can buy Lancers for
Yeah.
Yeah,
kind
but
of
why not
expensive.
make it my own?
Yeah,
Of course.
I agree. The only thing I say is you got to do Anya, don't do Kate.
Anya's the blonde one, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
For all of the original.
She was in 3.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. She's
Well,
on the cover.
She's actually in all 3. I don't think you saw her until 2, and she wasn't on the field until 3. Like she was an officer. She wasn't a soldier until 3. Well, I mean, she was an officer in 3 as well, but she was actually in combat in 3.
Yeah.
Well, I'm doing a Borderlands. Like that's Borderlands. The new Maya is my costume this year that I'm gonna work on.
But we're gonna do more.
We're gonna do more photo shoots with my older outfits.
Yep.
Okay.
Over the next month.
Have you tried your Borderlands on?
My old one,
I was
my
gonna say,
very first costume.
That was a long
I
time
have,
ago, wasn't
and
it?
it's horrible.
Did you
Wasn't
throw
that
it
like
away?
7 years ago?
10.
Oh, jeez.
Did you throw it away?
10 years ago.
Yeah.
But weren't you Bane that year?
No, Alex, it was 2013.
Yeah, that was.
No, 12.
Yeah, that's
12.
what I said.
7 years ago.
Because you were Bane in
Yes.
Dark
Oh
Knight
no,
Rises
you're
was
right.
2012.
You're right. You're right.
And
Damn,
I
good.
found those photos, by the way,
Damn,
of that
good.
party.
Oh great.
Ooh, I got hammered.
Yeah, no, but no, I've tried it on within the last 6 months, I think, when I was like cleaning out the closets and
Yeah.
stuff, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna try it on my old costumes, and
Yeah.
I put that one on, and I'm like, what the f was I thinking putting this together like this? But I worked with what I had because I lived in a basement apartment in Chicago with no sewing equipment, so
Yeah,
I
you're-
super glued duct
you're-
tape onto a leotard.
Leaps and bounds ahead of where you were then.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, what's next? What's the next one you want to do? I mean, I have to get some
but
more
wait,
of your.
we have a story though about the photo shoot.
Oh, absolutely, we do.
So with my Lara Croft costume, I have a pickaxe.
Yeah.
Do you remember my pickaxe?
Yeah.
Okay. That my brother made me. So, we asked my brother bring up because he usually displays all of his weapons at his house, like all the stuff that he makes for my costume. So he brought over all of my stuff, and then as we're about to go, he goes, "Oh shit, we forgot the axe." So, "Oh, don't worry, we'll stop over at your place. We'll just, whatever, waste a trip." Went over to his place after I got ready. Went to his place, picked up the pickaxe. So that's number one. He forgot the pickaxe. Then we get to the area that we were going to photo shoot. And we get out of the car. We make it halfway to where we're actually going to be, which is really hot. We're carrying a lot of stuff. And we realize, wow, we're carrying a fake AK-47. And the only way you can tell it's fake is because of the orange cap on the top.
Yes.
So was it like an airsoft?
Yes.
It was airsoft.
Yes.
Jake said it was like actual
weight. Though.
actual weight and model. So
Cool.
it was like
It was heavy.
Yeah, it was very heavy. So we're carrying that and all the just everything. We're carrying everything.
Camera gear and everything.
In the hot sun and like 90-degree weather. And I realized, I'm like, oh, you know what? I hope nobody tries to do anything to us. The only thing I could think of is we take the orange thing off and say, hey, we have an AK. But luckily I have a pickaxe that looks real. And I look down and I'm like, shit. We left the pickaxe in the car. So I stopped.
Well,
Sat down.
you can't get in trouble for carrying, even if it was a real AK.
I didn't say get in trouble. I said
I don't have
I
anything.
meant like
No.
if we were gonna get attacked,
What?
at least I'd have an AK.
No, you only need a license for a handgun. You can carry around an assault rifle.
So
an
I can
AR.
just effing go out and buy a gun, AK, without a license?
Jake did.
What?
You can
Yeah.
buy an assault
Why
rifle.
do you need one for a handgun?
You don't even need a license to buy a handgun. You need
Yeah.
it if you want to carry.
If you want to carry it,
This is news to me.
I know.
I
The
didn't know
gun laws
anything about that.
are weird to me.
Yeah, I
But,
don't know anything about gun laws
so yeah.
because I'm not gonna buy one.
Anyways, back to this. I'm sitting down. Josh lightly jogged in the sun back to the car. Got the pickaxe lightly.
How far away was the car?
Oh, it had to have been about a half a mile.
Half a mile.
Good lord.
Yeah.
Yes.
So and then we
I
walk
was gone
another
for a couple
probably
weeks.
half a mile to where we found in the woods where we're gonna shoot. We do the whole entire photo shoot. Now we're sweaty, covered in mosquitoes, and just dirty and nasty. We want to
You
go
fell.
home. Oh, I fell.
Well, you probably should have like rolled down a hill, Chris Farley style in Black Sheep.
And
Yeah.
get poison oak and
There was
ivy.
poison
and
ivy
Are
everywhere.
you susceptible to it?
I've had it before.
Everyone is susceptible.
No, they're not.
You get wiped by it, you're gonna get rashes.
Oh yeah,
No.
he's right. Not everybody.
I've
You
never,
have a-
I've never
Yeah.
gotten poison ivy.
Yeah.
Are you
I
a
did.
mutant?
I don't know. Some people just aren't.
Yeah.
Really?
It's rare,
yes,
but
I
get-
rubbed up
I've-
against one. I didn't get a reaction.
I've had poison ivy. My brother and sister got it worse though.
I don't know.
Anyways, so we're at the end of the photo shoot. We've been out for like an hour and a half, right? And we're sweaty, we're nasty, we're trying to walk home. We get not to where we were before, but at least another like quarter of a mile, and then we're like, God damn it.
what'd you forget now?
Gas.
Pickaxe. We left it at
You left it in the woods.
we left it in the woods.
The pickaxe?
Yes.
I was like, my brother's
Wait a
gonna
minute.
kill
You should
me.
have had something that had it hanging on you,
It-
like
it-
she does.
it's
She didn't
Hi.
tie it.
Well, okay, I fell down, all right, in the middle of the photo shoot. I had fallen. I broke my gun holster by
It's
falling.
in shambles right
It's
there.
yeah, it's like hanging out of the box over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all duct tape
Oh, I
and
see,
stuff.
yeah.
So I had originally repaired it before we went. I went to go break a stick to like build a bonfire or create a bonfire scene, and I went to go break a stick, and these boots are so
I'm gonna
heavy.
try to put that image on our YouTube.
Okay. These boots are so heavy that I snapped a twig, or attempted to, not a twig, a branch, and I fell backwards onto everything. And I was tired of, from that point on, it was another half an hour of shooting photos. I was sick and tired of every time I bent over, my arrow would fall off, my quiver would tip, my bow would fall down, my holster I had to keep pulling up, that I just like, that's it, I'm just carrying the axe, because the axe was getting in my way. And then we realized, oh my god, we forgot the axe again. And it was sitting in between like two logs, like it would have never been found.
Have you thought about investing in real equipment?
What do you mean?
Like
for
buying a real climbing axe?
No, because if I were to go to a Comic-Con and display it, I can't bring in real weapons.
Oh, okay.
It's huge.
Makes
I have to
sense.
scale this down.
There is a
You know what?
oh, Josh took a picture.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Josh
It'll be on our social
There
media.
it is.
Yeah, I just covered the whole screen.
That's just a picture.
Well,
of
I
a-
didn't. I didn't set up the. I didn't set up the. I didn't set up
That's
the
just a picture
the
of a
screen
leaf.
for it. Sorry, guys. Let's just look at some leaves.
Just some foliage.
The images are huge. So
Yeah, they're really big images.
Yeah.
But anyways, it was fun. I don't remember what I was gonna say. Oh, there's a certain I was looking at going into like Indie PopCon, and I was looking at their cosplay rules, and you can only have a certain percentage of actual metal
Yeah.
on your weapons
Well,
and your actual
you could
costume.
still get real equipment for photo shoots, and
Yeah.
then when going to a con, just take
foam.
foam.
I
or-
will get
toys,
real
whatever.
equipment when I'm a millionaire.
'Cause I was thinking you could buy it one at a time.
Oh yeah, but it all adds up and it's really
Because
expensive.
I was thinking your photo shoot, if you had the compound bow that she gets in the first
Oh, yeah.
one, like all the way upgraded, that would be cool.
That would be cool.
Oh, she saw some cosplay of Tomb Raider over
Oh,
the
yeah, I
weekend.
s-
She's like, man, these
I'm
people
like
did
these.
some.
Oh my god, that'd be so cool. But I just used the same stuff I used, from
Still looks
2013.
legit. Still looks good. A lot of compliments on your social media.
Yeah, there's I
like.
posted up if you want to check some of them out. I've only actually posted besides Facebook, which my Facebook page is private, but my
Oh no, we shared it to our PTO page on Facebook.
we did.
I'm pretty certain.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Anyways, so it's on our PTO Unlimited podcast Facebook page, but the pictures are there's only like 5 or 6 of them. We took over 100, and then
Yes.
we kept like 29, I think. So
Yep.
he has to edit the rest of them, and then they'll
I'm
be
assuming
all
you
out.
did the photoing
Mhm.
with the good camera.
Yes,
Yes,
I've
we
done.
did.
I did the photo shoots. I did the image editing. I'm gonna do a whole lot more with it. So yeah, I'm excited.
It makes me think about Halloween and what I want to do. And I was thinking it's not exactly original, but there's a new Ghost Recon game coming out that can pretty much be anything. So I would do.
You
kinda
have
like
all
I
your
did-
equipment.
Well, I want to do new stuff.
Do you want to do a photo shoot, Brett?
No.
Oh,
Guys don't do photo shoots.
hell, they don't.
This guy doesn't do photo shoot.
Guy cosplayers are actually there aren't that many. There need to be
That's-
more.
That's because it's just like being a model, and most of the
So
time
what?
it's hot women.
I get that, but I mean, I just wish that there were more guy cosplay, which I will be modeling for
Yeah,
So
one of
Josh
her
is gonna
shoots.
be
there's
modeling for one of them.
cosplaying for like a con, and there's cosplaying for photo shoots. If a guy wants to cosplay for a con, no problem with that. And that's
But, like,
basically
photo
Do you have
Halloween
a
shooting-
party.
problem with a photo shoot?
It's just I get where
Women
he's
do
coming
it.
from. It's more of a
Really?
Yes,
Yeah.
How do you
really.
build a portfolio then?
if you're Josh,
But
there's some
I don't need to
males-
build a portfolio for a con.
Yeah, he doesn't need to do that for.
But for your cosplay in general, if you I get what
If-
you're saying. I get what you're saying. If it's not
Okay,
as
Brett's not taking his costumes and going to a con
no
or
Correct.
going to a
unless he went to
or
one
doing a
with
photo
us.
shoot.
Go to a well. The thing is, if I went as Nomad, I couldn't take anything in.
We could actually go to an indie convention. We're not going anywhere for Labor Day weekend.
Mhm.
There's a convention down in Indy.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll talk
We'll
about
see.
that.
Okay, well let's get off of the Tomb
What's
Raider
next?
thing.
What's your next shoot? Shoot.
My next shoot, we're going to be doing a photo shoot for my Bioshock cosplay, which is I was a little sister a couple years ago. So I'm going to be doing that, and we've already found and got an approved place to do the shoot.
Yep.
Cool.
So
Pretty stoked
yeah,
about
it's
that.
going to be fun, and Josh is going to have a lot of fun editing like a Big Daddy and stuff into the
Yeah.
into the photos.
I can't wait to do that.
Yeah.
I actually I enjoy what I do with that. And
I can't wait to see what you do with my eyes.
yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
talk about movie club.
Yeah. So
Now, so
go ahead.
we watched Multiplicity.
we did.
Now, as I'm watching this, I watched it on Sunday before you guys did. I thought, I don't know if they're gonna like this now that I think about it more.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then you said what you said. I'm like, I don't know how to take that because you messaged me
Last
on
night.
Sunday night and said that is not what I expected.
Yep.
Yep.
I've
So,
got some likes and dislikes.
To reiterate why I picked it, it's because I do think it's funny, but I think it showed Michael Keaton's skill as an actor better than any other movie I've ever seen him in, which probably isn't a whole lot. He's good in a lot of stuff, but I haven't seen a lot of Michael Keaton movies.
Yep.
But this one I really enjoyed, and so go ahead.
Okay, I want to start.
Okay.
First of all, the comedy was definitely on point. Like I enjoyed a lot of it.
I
It's
was
very.
laughing, and I've seen
Me
it.
too.
I was laughing out
Alex
loud.
and I were like,
we were
often.
we were laughing a lot because it's a married couple,
Yeah.
and we were like, that sounds just like us. Like that's
Yep.
just like it's
Yep.
funny.
The camera tricks are dated, but it works for this movie.
does.
I could tell some of the stuff.
1996.
It's amazing how
I mean,
they did that at the time.
Could you imagine?
How many times he had to?
He's
Why don't you
switching
why
in
don't
it.
we, why don't
He's
we
got
talk
nobody
about
to feed off of.
What is it about?
What is Multiplicity about for the people that are listening that have not
So
seen it?
Michael Keaton plays a guy. He's a contractor working for a construction company, and he's extremely busy. And at the beginning of the movie, another contractor gets fired, so he gets all of his work, and he's got.
I missed that because we didn't have subtitles.
Yeah,
we
we
couldn't
missed
figure
it.
out what the hell they were saying
Yeah.
at the beginning.
So
So much conversation we didn't know.
he gets all these extra responsibilities at his job. He's already working 12-hour days or longer. He never sees his kids. His wife wants to go back to work, and she's like, I'm going to need some help. And he's like, when am I going to be able to help you? And at one of his construction jobs, this geneticist sees him struggling and offers to clone him. And he's like, what do you guys do? What's this miracle that you do? And he's like, well, I create time.
Mhm.
And basically, he clones people so that one of you does what you need to, the other one can do the leisure thing. And it doesn't just stop at one, 'cause
It went to
4.
it went to 4 of them. And so there's
Yeah.
4 of them walking around, and it gets great.
it's that the whole sex night.
Oh,
They're all-
that was so
That
funny.
was like,
she's like again.
My Pepe.
My Pepe.
oh my god.
The number 4 is hilarious.
Yeah.
And the way he's just so good at it.
I
I know. I like 3.
Well, Brett, unfortunately, I'm going to say 4 was the downside to the movie for
You
me.
didn't like 4?
His comedy relief got stale
Yeah.
really quick for me. Mainly because I was being more, I don't know. I wanted to see what never happened, which was his wife or any family member discovering the clone,
Discovering them.
Sure.
and it never happened.
Well,
I had a problem with that.
Technically, it did happen
At the end.
At the end.
But you know.
Yeah.
So so the clone, the first one clone is like the tough guy. It's like his
Yeah.
personality. His tough side, works all the time. The third one is like his feminine side.
He was so like,
Yeah.
He's so
Just
sensitive.
loved
and
houseworks,
crying all the
housework.
time.
And then the fourth one was a clone of the second one, and he was like a child, and it just crazy.
Yeah.
And one part that I did laugh at is like, I'm gonna buy you a present for this, a chainsaw.
Chainsaw?
No,
Or
maybe
no,
a book.
No, I liked it at the end. Number 4 was
Oh,
like,
it was
we're
great.
gonna go to Florida and kill some dolphins. It's like, no, we're gonna go pet some dolphins.
No, I think he said eat a dolphin.
Or-
Eat a dolphin.
Oh, I
Eat a
thought
dolphin.
you
That's
said
what
kill
it
a
is.
dolphin.
Yeah. It made me like Michael Keaton in a comedy role. I'm not a fan of him as a protagonist. I'm a fan of him as an antagonist. I loved him in Spider-Man: Homecoming. I loved him as an antagonist.
You guys never saw Spotlight, did you?
No.
Spotlight's very good. It's about the.
I have a feeling that's going to be on our list here soon.
It could be. It's a drama about the Boston Globe running a story about the abuse in the Catholic Church,
Okay.
Mhm.
the sexual abuse.
Yeah.
And he's in that. He's always good usually. I mean, I haven't seen a lot of movies with him in it, but everything I have seen him, he's always good.
He does what he's kind of the same guy in everything in a sense. Like he kind of has that same
Sure.
like, oh, that's Michael Keaton as a character.
Did
and still
you
just him.
did you like it?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You haven't said much.
He hasn't let me.
No, you do. Go ahead.
Go
I
right
don't know.
ahead.
I thought it was really good. My downside was 4 got a little stale. I'm in agreement with that. The other thing that I thought was the wife,
Yeah, Andy McDowell.
horrible acting.
Really?
Yes.
Because
I didn't see that horrible
she's
acting.
known pretty well as being a pretty good actress.
Well, in this movie, I couldn't tell if she was she kept changing an accent. I couldn't tell if she was country.
Yeah.
Like her accent
She had a
kept
southern
changing,
accent for the beginning of the movie.
and then it changed, and then it went back to like
I'd never noticed.
Mhm.
yeah, like
There is a southern accent part where I'm just like, whoa.
I'm sure she's good in other movies, but just it could have had better acting on her part because it was like Michael Keaton's character was like, wow, he's playing like all these different hymns and they're working together, and it's like, wow, they play off each other very well. And then you go to her, and it's like you have a really good lead, but not a very good like secondary.
Sure.
Like it just that was really the only thing that I didn't like.
What I think about is how difficult it had to be when he's got nobody to work with, because he's obviously has to play one part and then they reshoot the scene him playing the other part and they cut it together.
Some of the stuff where they throw a bottle and he catches it,
Yeah.
I'm like, how?
one of my favorite parts was I think number 3 fell asleep. Like he was at the original number 1 was at a game, like went
At the
to-
Lakers
at
game.
the Lakers game. Number 3 fell asleep in bed with the wife, which is against rule number 1, which is don't sleep with my wife.
Right.
Only number 1 gets 2.
Yeah.
And he comes in the middle of the night to go curl up with his wife, and number 3 is in the bed. And he didn't realize it. Of course, he wakes up. They see each other before the wife wakes up. They go, oh! And like, he falls off the bed, and like the line that number 3 comes up with, which was, oh honey, I had a bad dream. She goes, what was it? He's like, oh no, I was asleep.
I love that line.
But I don't remember I was asleep, but it's okay. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go downstairs, go back to bed.
Mhm.
Yep.
Just like the lines that they come up with in the movie were really funny.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. I thought it was a good
I
movie.
assume you recognized Eugene Levy.
Yeah.
Yeah, very
I
young.
recognized a lot of actors.
Everybody in there was like, oh, we know this person. There's a lot of
Julie
people.
Julie Bowen's in there.
The gentleman who's the oh my gosh, he is the cloning guy. Him.
Leeds.
He's
in a lot of
from
stuff.
Caddyshack.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's in a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
The girl that's on the yacht.
That would be Julie Bowen.
Oh, is that who you
Yeah.
were talking about? Yeah, she was from Happy
Happy Gilmore.
Yep, and she's in Modern Family.
I think she was a pretty throwaway character.
I think
in this
just
movie.
the scene with
Yeah,
the yacht
the
was
whole-
very
I think it was
throwaway.
early in her career.
Yeah.
She was getting started.
Hmm.
I agree. There wasn't much there
No.
except for
A life
that
lesson,
kind
I
of
guess.
set up that I'm going to be away for a couple of days, and number 3, I'm going to need you to take my place. And
Yeah.
it kind of all went downhill
Yeah.
from there.
No.
Made-
it was altogether. I think it was a good movie.
So
I see a
one
comment
part
on there.
I totally forgot about is right when he brings number 2 home, and they're like, "Oh look, Laura's home."
Oh,
And
they're like,
went.
they both
Oh yeah,
went,
hi Laura.
honey."
He's like,
Oh,
whoop.
oh shit.
The Michael Keaton surprise face
Oh,
is
that's
just
good.
great.
I like
Yeah.
his surprise face. He always kind of has a surprised face. Like he's always got his eyebrows up a little bit. Like,
And then number 3 does it right at the end when they're in the car, and he looks over and he's like,
Yeah.
I love how almost every single time there's just a little bit of an emotional scene, number 3's crying. He's
Yeah.
crying every single time. He's always got a tear going.
Yeah.
But I liked it. I think it was a good movie.
All right, what's for this week?
What do you want to choose, Alex? It's your choice.
So we were talking about this last night because you were saying, do you have your movie picked? I said, yeah, and I wasn't sure if it was on my movies Brett hasn't seen. And you also asked, is it something I've seen? I don't remember if you've seen it.
Okay.
But it's probably one of my favorite movies.
Okay.
But it is on my Brett hasn't seen list from like 3 years ago that I made.
He might have seen it now, though. You don't know.
I don't think so. But it's a Robin Williams film.
Okay.
What Dreams May Come.
I haven't seen that.
Have you seen it?
I don't remember it, but I've seen it. I'll have to watch it. It's a sad one.
It's I don't say it's sad. It's definitely emotional, but it's
You really want to watch this?
I do. It's been a while,
In the
and
month of
it's gonna
July?
be even worse now that he's gone because I haven't seen him.
Yeah.
Like I haven't seen that movie since he's been gone. So, but it's a very 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 good movie. Yeah.
Okay. So, What
Okay.
Dreams May Come
What
is going to be
Dreams May
next
Come
week.
So if anybody wants to participate in our movie club, you can watch it and then join in on our conversation next Monday.
Were there any relevant comments to Multiplicity?
We were talking about like other big movies Michael Keaton's been in.
Oh yeah.
Batman.
Of course, everybody knows that one.
The most recent one though,
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
And Birdman. As
and
well.
Birdman.
I haven't seen Birdman.
I haven't seen Birdman, but he's really good in.
Actually-
Because I didn't think when I saw the trailer for it before we went and saw that Spider-Man movie, I thought, wow, this is gonna suck because I didn't think he would be a very good villain, and he's a really good
I
villain.
watched a top Spider-Man villain list. According to I think it was Grunge. I don't know, some major movie critic, and Vulture was number 1.
Wow.
Mhm.
Michael Keaton's Vulture beat
should-
Dr. Ock.
I should watch that again because I don't remember much of Spider-Man from
Well, there's
whatever
a
it's
scene.
called. Homecoming.
There's a scene where like he mentally breaks Spider-Man, and it's just like I was crying, like I get chills thinking about it. I'm like, that's good acting.
You know,
He's good at being
now that
scary.
you mention it, he was a superhero and a villain.
Yeah.
It's not many that's done that.
Yeah.
Right, and on opposite Marvel and DC,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
kind of crazy. So, well, Ryan Reynolds did, but he hates his Green Lantern
Hey, but
attire.
you know what?
He
When
wasn't never a villain. was
No,
he?
but he was on both sides.
on both
Yeah.
Well, Deadpool's in it.
Deadpool's
Deadpool's-
Deadpool in X-Men.
He's an anti-hero, kind of like Venom. He can have.
I know,
some-
but Deadpool in like the X-Men movies that.
Oh yeah.
He was
Wolverine.
in
Origins.
Wolverine.
Yeah,
Yes,
he was a villain. Okay, there you go. He was a villain.
Mhm.
All right.
But he
Let's
didn't-
talk about
he didn't
Marvel
talk.
real quick because I think you're not gonna like what I have to say.
Okay, so a huge announcement. A lot of movies been announced, and I'm actually like, holy cow, Disney! Whoa,
Lots of money.
holy cow. Okay, so do you want me to list them? I have them all here.
So before you list them,
You're probably mad about this.
well, no, not yet. I think
Not-
they do this because they gotta, what am I trying to say? They have to placate the shareholders and to be like, don't worry, we got huge movies coming up for the next decade. Your stock is gonna stay high. So go ahead.
Okay, so listing this: Black Widow, Eternals, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, Thor: Love and Thunder, Blade, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, but that's not. It's being made, but it hasn't started shooting yet. Black Panther 2 has been announced, along with Captain Marvel 2 and Fantastic Four. It has also been announced that Deadpool will be coming to the MCU. It will be being played by Ryan Reynolds, and he will be keeping his attitude.
So will it
I'm
be-
excited
will
about
it
that.
be
That's the
rated
best thing.
R?
Ooh.
He's probably going to be in the next Avengers movie, so we'll see where that goes.
I would-
Ooh.
And just like, is Blade gonna be rated R?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. It's being rated R.
And I think I don't think they have the rating, but the new Doctor Strange movie is going to be a horror movie.
Yes. And
Oh.
I'm very excited about
Yeah,
that.
and I'm super excited about that because I really like
seeing
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange a second time made me love it.
Yeah,
so
it's
much.
really good.
Yes.
So talk about what you posted about on our own Facebook
I'm
page.
mad about that.
Okay, good, because I am too.
I'm
I
very
thought you
mad
were
about that.
celebrating
No.
it, and I was gonna put negative comments on our own Facebook page.
Oh, are you gonna the Avatar thing?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
okay.
I made a meme, or I saw a meme.
That's
I didn't make
why
a
I
meme.
thought you liked it, because you made this meme.
I didn't make it. I saw this meme and I
You shared
reposted it.
it.
I shared it to our Facebook page, which, by the way, we've been mentioning our Facebook page. It's facebook.com/PTOUnlimited. Check it out. We do have a lot of stuff posted on there, along with all of our other social media. But the meme it had the main character from Avatar in his Avatar form, and Thanos with his hand over his head. Spoiler alert, like on Infinity War, where he has it over Tony Stark, and he says, "I hope they remember you, because Avengers Endgame has now toppled Avatar in the box office,
Worldwide.
and I hate it."
It's total bullshit.
It is
what it is.
It is.
So they had to re-release it in theaters.
Well, Avatar was re-released too.
Mm-hmm. It
but
was.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Mhm. It was re-released the year after.
Mm-hmm.
So, but not in the same.
Right.
Yes,
Span.
not within 3 months of each other or 6
Exactly.
months of each other. No.
Yeah.
So does I assume the Avatar's number includes a year later release, but I can't imagine it made a whole lot additional money
Yeah.
that second release.
I would have just wished to seen it in theaters in 3D.
Yeah.
So we even said this when they announced that they were going to do it, that the only reason they're re-releasing it is to take a run at Avatar.
Yeah, and they added
And
like
it's
a
bullshit.
minute. They added a minute of a scene. I don't even know what they.
I don't even know what scene.
I don't know.
Adding a minute to a 3-hour-long movie,
Whatever.
So they're
And
probably
And
like,
they advertised it as an extended cut or
Yeah.
a
It might be
never,
longer than a minute.
never
I might-
before seen footage and
it was insignificant to
Right.
the
Just to get-
theatrical release.
just to get the same people that went and saw it to go see it again.
And they had a post-credits trailer for Spider-Man: Far From Home.
Seen it.
Yeah,
So
I've seen it.
Seen it.
yeah, I mean, this is like the steroid era in baseball, meaning
Yeah.
that yes, maybe it's the top grossing film of all time, but there's a damn asterisk.
Yes.
Of inflation. If you
Yes.
want to go with inflation, Gone with the Wind is still number 1,
Mhm.
and Avatar is still number 2, and Endgame is number 5.
What's number 3 and
What's
4?
number 3
I
and
don't know.
4?
I just know those 3.
Alright.
I just memorized that when I read it. I was like, okay, that one matters, that one matters, that one matters.
So
Okay.
and even
I'm gonna guess Force Awakens is on that.
Oh yeah,
Probably 3.
even people I know who are major fans of the Marvel movies think this is bullshit.
I'm
know?
I'm at a loss of.
And I don't give two shits about Avatar.
Have you seen it?
I have,
Okay.
but I saw I think shortly after it came out on video and haven't seen it since. and
It's
I don't
only
really
worth
care
a
to.
watch like once or twice.
yeah.
Maybe we tried to watch it a second time, still haven't gone through it. It was when we were watching it with my dad at the cabin.
It was fine, but I just don't care.
Like if Avatar re-releases again, which haha, well, maybe they might,
They should,
and
honestly.
they re-release it in IMAX 3D, I'll go and see it.
Oh, if they did
That would be
they'll probably do a
amazing.
pairing. Like I can see them doing that.
That would be really good.
Yeah, I'd like to see it again.
Mm.
I want to talk about.
Can we just go through that list real quick?
Of,
Just can you name the films that are coming out?
I already did.
Yeah, just one
One
or
more
two.
time. Now these are just the films. I didn't talk about the shows that are going to Disney Plus because there's a Loki show, there's a
Yeah,
Winter
yeah.
Soldier show,
Yeah.
there's a What If show. I mean, there's a whole bunch of.
So they did mention too, and I did see that that Scarlet Witch is going to be getting a lot of screen time now between the TV show and movies, and that the TV show that she's going to be in will be, which is Scarlet and
Vision.
Vision, I think is what it's called,
WandaVision.
WandaVision or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
WandaVision.
So it says that
It's dumb.
what I know, but okay. So what they said in this article that I read is her screen time there and in the movies all are.
So Elizabeth Olsen is getting like major runtime.
Oh yeah, but these are going to be connected. So the TV show and the movie are going to be connected. So that's like, well, you're not going to get all these little inside things if you don't watch a TV show.
Right.
That I think is stupid.
Got to get Disney Plus.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Like I see that that's how they're going to try to grab you
Oh,
to
absolutely.
get Disney Plus, but
It's gonna be like Brett going to Avengers: Infinity War and hating the hell out of it because he doesn't know who half the cast is.
yes, that's
Because he
pretty
didn't
much.
watch the other 19 films that came out. Or
Well, now
18
it's
films.
going to be all about the TV shows. Well, you were not going to know this because you didn't watch the TV
That's
show.
an awfully large commitment to ask your audience to do.
I know.
It's a lot because
But
a TV
Disney's-
show is like every day or every
Yeah.
week, and then you got well, this story's gonna don't wait because this story's gonna build up to the movie that's coming out next month.
I don't like TV.
That's like a pay-per-view and freaking. Oh.
I don't like TV movie crossovers to that extent where
No, I don't watch
you don't know
TV
what's
movies.
going on without watching the series. TV
Side
series,
note.
episodic series.
Kind of a side note there of crossover TV and movie. Did you hear that Brandon Routh is going to play Superman
Did
again?
in the Arrowverse crossover,
yeah,
whatever the hell that is.
Yeah, that just got announced
Like,
over.
the worst Superman in film history is going to reprise his role for a TV show that nobody cares about.
Well, I don't know if
I
anybody
literally
cares.
looked up
Well,
at
it's on the
screen.
CW, isn't it?
I don't remember.
think
I
it's
looked
on
up at
the
the
CW.
screen at the announcement, and I just went, and I looked down back at my phone. I was like, no, I don't give a
Did you
shit.
see? Okay, Brett, you've seen Superman Returns.
Oh, yeah, in
I've seen it.
theaters.
Alex, have you seen it? I'm
Yes.
not going to request it.
No.
But holy
No.
cow, that is a train wreck of a superhero.
It's horrible.
You
movie.
know, and I saw it in theaters, and I didn't know how bad it was at the time I was watching it.
Because you didn't know what a good superhero movie was yet.
That's
Sure.
There wasn't
Well,
a standard.
No, because Superman Returns was 05, so
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man 2 had already been out.
So you had already, but I mean,
still to compare. No.
05
there wasn't a lot.
was also Batman Begins, but I don't know which one was first.
Wait, what was okay?
Superman Returns was 05.
Batman Begins came out in July, so Returns had to come out in like May.
I bet, yeah.
Yeah.
Either way, it was a horrible movie. Anyways, I'm excited personally for the Thor movie, which
Because
I don't give a crap what the internet is saying about
Natalie
Natalie
Portman.
Portman, and they're all mad that she's reprising her role as Thor's girlfriend. That's the original girlfriend. Why
Yeah.
would you be mad? That's stupid.
There's so many different stories they could tell, but
Whatever.
she's gonna wield
Mew
Mew
Mew.
Mew
Mew Mew.
Mjolnir.
His-
Mjolnir.
Mjolnir.
God damn it.
Anyways, I don't
can't
care.
do it.
I'm excited about that. I'm really excited about the Doctor Strange. I'm really excited about Blade.
Yeah, I'm surprised they recast Blade.
I'm not.
You're not?
I'm not.
Wesley Snipes is 50.
Actually, he
something.
was a real jerk on 3.
And he was the worst.
You heard about that, right? He talked to his
He-
director. In
He would not
post-its.
talk to
Oh, yeah,
anybody.
Yeah. Mhm.
He
Only
wouldn't talk to
close-up
the
shots?
cast. He just hung out in his trailer. And wouldn't
Smoked-
even talk to the
Smoked weed.
director.
Smoked weed. Just smoke weed every day.
And then
Whatever.
play Blade.
I mean, Blade
live.
Blade is an asshole.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know if he
I
was
don't-
method acting Blade.
God.
Where's his leather jacket home?
Whatever.
So big Marvel announcements. I want to talk about Top Gun.
Oh, I wanted to talk about Lion King.
Oh, we're gonna talk about that too.
We're going to
Yeah.
talk about that too.
Yes.
Top Gun. Have you seen Top Gun?
Yes. Have you?
I have.
Good.
Yay,
I
we're
don't
all on
really
the same
remember
page.
much from
I don't
it.
really
And
either.
I didn't do anything for me.
Well, there's a little bit of controversy over it already. His jacket's been changed.
You can't buy a new jacket in 40 years.
I had my coworker say the same thing to me literally an hour before. He said the exact same thing. 40 years, can't buy a new jacket. Same
I
mentality.
mean, I know he. If you look at Tom Cruise, he hasn't aged since
Okay,
the first
so
one.
all right, I want to say one thing about the trailer, other than this funny thing that Brett just said. Okay, so my reaction to the trailer watching Top Gun was when you see Tom Cruise in the friggin' jets and stuff. I looked over at Josh. I'm like, you know he did that.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know that it's all him, considering he did that freaking maneuver with the helicopter in the last
Mission Impossible.
Mission
Yeah.
Impossible, and he did tricks that people in the field have been learning their
Sure.
whole lives.
He did that
to
one,
do.
that 180 or whatever, going
thing?
downward.
Ridiculous, yeah.
Oh my
F
God.
that.
I need to watch that again. I haven't seen it since we saw
It's
it.
a really good
I
movie.
want to see it.
But I looked at Josh. I'm like, I just want to watch
Again.
it for the sheer Tom Cruise did everything.
Uh-huh.
I wonder if he did the original Top Gun. Maybe he had a co-pilot behind him.
I
I
don't know
mean-
how many practical effects they really did.
This is the 80s.
Like no,
86.
while
They
they're
had to.
while they're in the air.
Oh, like
Is-
maybe he did a thing.
You
where
can tell that he is actually in a jet in this new movie versus the old movie.
because he's a freaking millionaire and can just afford flying lessons.
He's like, guys, I wanna
he
make
doesn't
Top-
pay for those. The studio sends him.
No,
And,
but-
well, a lot of times the branch is like, hey, come on out.
I'm sure
I could
that
see that.
the
being
table
a
went
thing.
like this. Tom, I know that we want to do another. We want to do another Top Gun too. And I know it's not going to take much, but I've already got the training. Don't worry, I've been prepping for this already. Just put me in a jet and film the damn thing.
Yep.
Like that's gonna be him.
So Bill Engvall, the comedian,
Yeah.
stand-up comedian,
Yes.
he tells a story about how he got invited by the Air Force, I think, to go fly in a jet, and they even painted his name on the side of the jet, like along with the pilot.
Oh, I missed
Oh.
that.
So I mean, I think it's good it's
PR?
good PR.
Yeah.
Yes, but you want to talk about the ultimate roller coaster, going up in a fighter jet.
You have a seat belt, and that seat belt is strapped to the thing that is making you move.
Yeah.
If something f's up, better
Um,
hold on.
You don't really need a seatbelt going that fast, though. I mean, we've ridden the Force, we've ridden the
all the
dragster.
G forces.
You
Yeah, just
stick.
keeps you in the
You
seat.
stick to the seat.
My-
You can't move your head.
This girl I went to high school with married a fighter pilot.
Nice.
I'm like, that's the coolest guy I've ever met. I don't even know him, but he's just awesome.
What did you do?
Coolest
Just
guy.
like, hey, I'm blah blah blah.
I've never met him,
Oh.
Oh,
but-
okay.
but it's just if you want to be cool, that's if you're a
Oh,
fighter
man.
pilot, it's just.
It's like
It's
if you
just
meet somebody,
instant.
Brett's just like, you're now my best
And
friend.
I don't even love, the Air Force or
Mhm.
air combat. I just
Really?
think that, there's so few people on the planet that can be fighter pilot jets.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Jet fighter pilots.
Yeah.
Because your vision has to be like perfect with
Yes.
no corrections.
No corrections. Yes.
I mean, the screening is very
minuscule.
yes,
Precise.
and if so that's awesome.
Yeah. I
Kind of
will.
like being a SEAL, Navy SEAL.
Yeah. Actually, Top Gun was my first PC game when I was a kid. Back in like 95, 96. We had this actual joystick that was like a lap joystick, and it was like
Yeah.
pretty darn like authentic. Using it and flying your Top Gun stuff, and I could never land.
Did you ever play the Hawks games on Xbox?
No. But
I played one of them. It was fun.
I liked flying in games and video games.
There was
I got to do it in GTA.
Ace Combat.
Yeah, Ace
Also,
Combat's
I never
a big
played
one.
that one.
A lot of people get Alex's brother. He has a flight simulator in VR.
Oh yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
He's got a whole setup in front, like an actual like thing, and like a
How's
throttle.
Throttle. There you go. The thing.
That thing.
Is
Well,
that
it's
what they
got-
label it?
it's got buttons and flashy stuff all over it. It feels real, and you're sitting there with your VR headset on. You can get up and walk around in your
Wow.
big cockpit, and
Big cocktail.
Those aren't. Wow.
you'll have to try it out sometime.
That's okay. I'll pass on the big
okay.
cockpit.
All right.
Anyways.
What were we talking about?
We're talking about
Top Gun
Oh,
2.
I don't.
I wonder. It looks like we're kind of having a competition here with who does their own stunts now, because you've got Tom Cruise and then you've got Keanu Reeves,
Mhm.
who is known now like, all right, I'm just gonna do all my own.
I want to
stuff.
see those two go in a movie together.
Sure.
That would be
You
the
know what?
ultimate
You know,
blockbuster.
speaking of seeing two actors on the same screen, I'm excited for that new. It's a Hollywood movie.
Hobbs and Shaw?
No,
What?
it's Hollywood.
Oh yeah, the
Uh,
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Once Upon a Time. So it's got Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt. on the
And
same-
Margot Robbie.
Yes, in the same. But I'm not counting her. But like Brad Pitt and but they're doubles, or one's
Yeah,
a double,
Yeah, a stunt double.
a stunt double.
Yeah.
But just seeing them in the trailer together, I'm like, oh my gosh, these
Brett,
guys.
it's a movie about actors.
Okay.
Yes. Back in the 90s, you'd probably love the trailer. Back in the 90s, these two, if you were to put them on the same screen, would be like, wow. So in my head, I'm like,
Wow.
wow. Like these guys are on the same screen together, and they're acting for each other. So I don't know. It looks really fun.
So, I guess I don't get what do you want to see? Why do you want to see them on the screen together? What about that makes
They're
you like
legends.
it?
Okay, so Leonardo DiCaprio was on like especially being a girl, it was like, all right, do you like Leo or do you like
okay.
Brad Pitt?
In the
So-
So it's like
90s.
seeing them both on like the same screen.
Do you not attribute the Ocean's movie to that?
Leo wasn't in that.
Yeah, Leo.
No, but Damon, Clooney, Pitt.
No.
I don't like Clooney.
Yeah, I wasn't big on that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I know
Damon.
this is big for me.
I mean, yes, but they're actors. They're older actors from movies that we know.
Yes.
And
But
you
they're
don't.
both very good
you have
actors.
Scott Conn and Casey Affleck.
Yeah.
Carl Reiner, who's an old dude.
Brett, I'm surprised you didn't say Ocean's 11 for our movie club, because
Well,
I have yet to see that.
I haven't.
Oh, I've seen
I haven't
Ocean's
discarded
11.
it yet.
Yeah.
No, but it's. I just watched all three of them again.
Yeah. I've seen every single one but 11. Don't judge
That's
me.
so weird because I don't know how you even followed it.
I saw Two Towers before I saw Fellowship,
But something wrong with
and I
that too.
loved
There's
it.
something
I
wrong with
loved
you.
it.
Did
though.
you know there was movies prior to the one you were watching?
Yeah.
Then why did you watch it?
Because I watched 12 with Alex.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
Okay.
when you're dating,
I know, I get it.
Do you want to talk about the Lion King?
And
I
Ber-
do.
Bernie Mac.
I do want to talk about The Lion King. So Alex and I went and saw it, and this movie was slimy yet not satisfying. What a pile of trash this
Wow.
live action Lion King movie was.
That was cheap.
I made that quote. Slimy, yet not satisfying.
No good, huh?
Little bit of likes and dislikes. I like Seth Rogen.
Wait, are you saying you didn't like it though?
Oh, it's a hefty dislike, but
for you.
yes,
Okay.
yes. Seth Rogen was good.
Which one was Seth Rogen?
He played Pumbaa,
Okay.
which I like Seth Rogen.
I think he played a very good Pumbaa.
I like him in every movie he's been in, so I don't see why I'm not a big fan of his. Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Okay.
No, Chiwetel Ejiofor is an actor.
Timon.
Scar.
Oh.
Good voice.
Good. Scar was good.
You know who
Yes.
played the original Scar?
Yes, Jeremy Irons. Yep. And I wish they would have recast him because I mean,
Oh, they got James Earl Jones. Why wouldn't they do?
yeah, but James
Jeremy
Earl
Irons.
Jones didn't add Mufasa's depth. There was nothing about it.
You could tell he was at the mic trying to say the same lines he did 20 years ago.
Yep. He's like, why don't you just
25 years
take what I
ago.
5
said
years ago.
and HD
And all he
it?
the movie is shot scene for practically every scene from the
Sure.
original.
There is some CG effects that are like
with almost same thing, almost every single line for line, changed
Wow.
by like a few words,
just few here
just
and
a
there.
few here and there. And then there's one thing, there's a Beauty and the Beast line that everybody knows in the movie. 'Cause you've always seen like The Lion King, right?
Okay, so we're gonna talk a little bit.
I
more
want to talk about this scene because it was actually pretty funny. So
I
you
liked
know
it.
how at the very end of the movie where they're like, they changed this up a little bit. There's a scene in the original Lion King where it goes, "What do you want me to do? Strap on a dress and
drag and do the hula?"
Dress and drag and do the hula." So they don't do that. So instead, it's they're presenting Pumbaa as a
A meal.
a meal,
Yeah.
and Timon is like, "Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you tonight to be our guest," kind of thing. Like, may we present your dinner? And then they run away. But they say
They
like,
started singing.
they started be our, and then they
Oh,
run.
Okay.
But it's like, oh, they could do that because this is a Disney movie. But it was just a shot on like
I'm gonna say the best
Beauty and
scene,
the Beast.
Stampede.
The Stampede.
Stampede fleshed out more knowledge of where Simba was at the time and where everybody was actually at.
There's a little bit more story about Scar. There's a little bit more story about Simba's mom,
Mhm.
Sarabi, and then that's really it.
Bill Eichner as Timon was terrible.
Really?
I didn't think he
Yes.
was terrible. I think he was a little over the top.
Yep. The rewritten songs were annoying.
Yes.
By the time I thought I was gonna have fun with the song and sing with it, nope, changed. This is a big letdown because my favorite song in the movie is hardly in it.
Yep.
Be prepared.
Yep.
It's a poem.
It's more of a he doesn't sing. It's more of a he chants it or talks like singing, a talk sing,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not very long.
Yep. And the dung beetle scene, funny, got some chuckle, but I don't think that was necessary with all.
So, are you telling me not to go see this?
Yes.
There's one thing that I will say flat out: don't expect any emotion in any of the animals.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like emotion from.
No, there's no emotion. You can't tell how to feel.
Yeah, because I think the positives about this movie is that they really did do a very good job at making it look real,
Mhm.
like very real. Especially just there's some parts you're like, wow, that's actually done by a computer. Like that's not a real thing.
Well, I
Um,
guess I'll just stick to the original.
Yes.
Do.
Yes.
Do.
I think that if you were a child right now and you went and saw it, you'd like it. But if I think that if you put down this movie first in front of a child, then put down the cartoon, they will still pick the cartoon over the real one
Mhm.
or the CGI one or whatever.
The real one.
The what does Rafiki do a lot of the time? What does he carry around?
A stick.
You know what he doesn't carry around 90% of the movie? His stick.
He brings it out like it's a fucking
but-
weapon at the end.
And
Yeah.
say he doesn't have a huge role in the original.
No, he has a bigger role in
He
the
has
original.
a bigger role in the
Wow.
original than he's like a side
He's
tiny
very
character.
side. Very side. I was upset about that. You can't understand half the thing he
Oh no,
says.
he mumbles all the time and then he
I'm sure it's
can't-
it's Swahili language.
Yeah, but you at least know in the first one what he's saying. Like he'll say something and then repeat it in English. Like this one's just kind of like, well, what is he saying? What is he?
He just stood up on
happy
a
about?
on a branch and just. I'm like, what's? Are you
I don't
happy? I don't know.
I'm mad that we went and saw it. We're not going to go see Aladdin.
No.
We're not going to go
Actually,
you
so-
can only probably go up from that though.
So listen to this. Lion King has made 185 million over the weekend.
see it.
That's a lot.
Aladdin has made half.
That's crazy. It's probably better.
Dumbo made half of Aladdin.
Well, Dumbo tanked big time.
Yes.
I hope they take that from this year and decide not to do anymore.
Well, Little Mermaid's being cast right now.
Which
Javier, I think it's Javier Bardem,
Yep,
got cast as Triton.
I don't see
I
that.
love that actor, and that is not Triton.
That is not Triton.
Triton's not a happy guy, but he's not
He's
the...
a booming guy. I could see like
No!
Big guy,
bigger guy.
like Dwayne Johnson.
Dwayne
Yes,
Johnson.
Dwayne Johnson could play Triton just fine.
Javier Bardem.
No!
Javier. Are you
No.
texting someone, Brett?
No, I want to talk about this because it ran on the
I'm
board.
sorry.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay, anyways.
My score.
Score?
5.5 out of 10.
Oh, I gave it like a 4.
It's trash.
Yeah.
But there
Okay.
is some highlights that we said.
It made me want to go home and watch the original.
Yeah.
That is what it made me feel like. Just like the Beauty and the Beast one with what's her face? What's her
Emma
name?
Watson.
Emma Watson. I watched it, said pooey, and I wanted to watch the original. Like that's
And we
just
have
how
Do
I
you
feel.
do you own the original?
No, but
Well,
her
your
mom
mom
does.
I'm gonna say I was like, don't buy me any Disney
I
movies
bought
because my mom owns
I
everyone.
bought the original. I
Yeah.
think it came out from the vault last year, but I'm still waiting on Aladdin.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, hi,
Snickers
hi,
is
Snickers.
Snickers
here.
just meowed at us.
She's like, get out of my chair.
Okay, all right. Anything else about movies that we
Yes.
looked at? Okay, what?
Brett wants to
So
talk
a
about
story
something.
came out. Now I heard this on the radio, so I have not confirmed this myself.
Mhm.
But Bond 25, which comes out next year, I think,
Mhm.
Sure.
which is pretty crazy because Spectre
What is
came
going on
out.
with our
We're getting a
button?
lot of
Yeah.
interference.
I don't know.
Spectre came out in 2016, so that's 4 years. Which actually that's about right because
That's a good.
Don't mess with your headphones.
Quantum of
okay.
Quantum of Solace it came out in 2008 and Skyfall came out in 2012. So that's 4 years.
Mhm.
And then Spectre 4 years and next year's Bond 25 4 years.
Yeah.
So in this they cast a woman to be 007. Now she's not James Bond obviously,
No.
but she's the new 007, which makes sense because of the Daniel Craig movies, he was old in Skyfall. He was getting old.
Yeah.
Yes.
Skyfall. It's like you're looking at it like, hey man, is this your last one?
So apparently the plot is Snickers is staring at me. The plot is he's retired
Yeah.
and they have a new 007. He has come back to help.
Yeah.
So it's pretty.
It's like a Mission Impossible movie.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty standard.
Was
you know,
it like
it's
Ghost
nothing,
Protocol was like that?
nothing really original about
Three.
that.
Yeah.
Three is he's married.
Yeah. Well,
And-
yeah. He's retired. He's
And
a
of
training
course,
man.
the internet's blown up.
I guess because they don't like a woman being
Yes.
007.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, you just had 24 Bond movies all played by a man.
I think I just made this statement this morning actually that there hasn't been. Oh, I said there hasn't been a woman Mission Impossible.
Yeah, actually, you did. Mm-hmm.
So I mean 007. I mean that's Secret
Mhm,
Agent.
pretty
It's
much.
pretty close.
British.
Yeah.
British
I
secret
mean,
agent.
other than MI5 is American. I'm guessing. I mean, they never really disclosed where.
Oh no, yeah.
The
I was-
IMF. Sorry, IMF.
I was saying MI5.
MI5. No,
Like,
IMF.
who
I
are
think you
you
meant
talking about?
MI6, which is actually the British.
That's the one I meant. That's
Yeah.
the British one. IMF. God, so many.
So, I mean, this has no play on whether I'll see it or not.
No, I'll
But,
still see it probably because I like Daniel Craig as Bond.
Yes,
He-
and
I like him.
actually I did not see Spectre in theaters, but I did see the only Daniel Craig Bond I saw in theaters was Skyfall.
I'm gonna say something about Spectre.
It's not good.
No, it was Skyfall. Sorry, Skyfall. I want to say something about Skyfall about a little issue I had with Q. You don't plug a laptop into your damn mainframe.
Oh, is that when the
That's when
shit
it
went
all
down?
hacked and
Yeah.
idiot.
He was young.
He was young. I was gonna say, what are you gonna bash on Q for? I love the young Q.
Yeah,
He's-
he's so.
He's cute.
Yes, but the
Isn't he?
old
Yeah,
Q,
he's cute.
the old Q is just as funny.
Yeah,
He is, but
but
like,
did you like R?
He was fine.
Yeah, John
he
Cleese.
was very he had
Yeah.
a very short span, like 2 movies. I
Two
think.
movies. Yeah, it's because the
World
Pierce
is not
Brosnan was
enough
out.
and Die Another Day, and that was it.
Yep.
All right. Anything else on movies?
No,
No.
I mean I'm okay with there being a female Bond. It's not. An
Well,
issue.
care.
again, it's female 007.
Did you see the Charlie's Angels trailer?
I did not.
What in the world? They've recast Charlie, I think, right?
Josh, I
They-
don't remember.
They recast.
I've seen Charlie's Angels
No.
once.
No, it's Bosley is Elizabeth Banks.
Yes, Bosley is yeah.
Yeah.
Bosley's a girl now.
Yep. So
It's
all that's
We
happening.
Girl-
talked
girl power
about
movie.
A
Girl
lot
power.
of movies.
Yes, we
so
did.
Let's not talk about movies.
Okay.
Can we
Let me
talk?
tell my license brand story real
I
quick.
wanna hear it.
It's real quick.
Yeah.
So I went on a Friday, and I didn't want to go on a Friday because I needed to get real plates for my Mustang. And I thought, well, I'll just get them. They expire on this day. I'll just go the next day that I know is not a busy day, which ain't Friday.
No.
Well, then they're like, well, they do fine you
What were you going there for?
to register my car, register the Mustang. Like it
Yeah,
had.
that's the one thing you can't do online
You can't do online
because they have to inspect that the first time, right?
they have to do something.
Yeah, they scan your code or something.
Well, I would have thought so.
Yeah.
So let me get to that.
Oh,
So I go on a Friday at like 10:30 in the morning, and it was not busy. So I walk in, I grab the number, and as I'm grabbing it, she's calling the number.
oh,
I'm like, okay. So I took everything that my paperwork said I needed to take. I sat down. I was done and out the door from walking in the door in 5 minutes.
which one did you go to?
The one at Pine Valley, Coldwater.
Oh, we go to
No,
one in
we
New
go to
Haven.
the one in New Haven. We're
Like-
in and out.
Yeah,
So, I mean, that's my point.
Indiana's Baru has been a lot faster than normal.
They're what?
I thought that
Bureau.
too.
Bureau. Baru. Bureau.
Indiana's
Guys,
Baru.
I haven't slept for
Oh,
a few
dude.
days. It's okay,
No,
right?
but
I had to wait a second to like.
I think
about
the
that.
reason that is the
Bureau.
case is because you can do the stuff either on the stuff you can do online or on that self
yeah,
kiosk thing that now exists. You don't have to go in the building and get
Yeah.
a number for every
we
single
do
thing.
our stuff online for all of our
I mean,
tags.
I renew my plates for the other car online every year. Never have to step foot in
right.
the building.
You never have to anymore.
So that's one thing Indiana is doing right.
I mean, they've gotten little ones in
It's
here.
the little shit.
Nymerio just walked in. We left our door
Nymerio,
open.
Josh, go to bed.
Nymeria.
Did
Sorry,
you say
I'm
Nymerio?
He did.
I'm tired. I've had a long weekend. I wasn't feeling well on Friday, so yeah. Let's move on from there, guys.
Oh, fight!
What?
They're not gonna fight.
They fought a little.
Brett, did you
What?
just try Tabasco sauce?
No, so I don't even. I think I saw it at work. And I'm like, So
Cool story, bro. I saw it at work and it went.
what I wondered is, do either of you use Tabasco sauce?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, does it have a flavor?
Yes.
It's like a kind of a tomatoey pepper.
Does it have a flavor to where you put it on stuff to add flavor, or
Yeah.
do you put it on stuff just to make the original taste of the stuff spicy?
Both.
Wow.
Aww.
But wait a minute, how can it be both?
Because it adds spice and flavor.
It doesn't add. It's not.
Have you ever had
overpow-
wing sauce?
It is not
No.
Same thing.
overpowering. So if you can
Okay.
add a little bit more to
Subtle.
make it more flavorful.
What do you put it on?
Am I putting what?
Do you eat Tabasco?
No.
No?
I think I've tried it once.
Do you want
Eggs.
to try
I've
some?
tried it once in
We can try it.
some dip, some cheese dip that I had,
Ooh.
but it didn't make it. I couldn't taste it, and
I
it
s-
didn't make it any
That's what I
spicier.
mean. Like you have to use quite a bit for it to get the taste of it. So if you put it on a taco,
does
it's really to get the heat of it or
they-
the zing.
I say, does the heat come before the taste?
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say the best thing to put it on is scrambled eggs
Yeah, he's one of those.
because it absorbs and you can taste it, man. It's amazing.
But I don't. That's the thing, though. I don't know if I want to taste it, but I would be open to the idea of whatever I'm eating, just giving it a little kick.
Then yes, you want to use Tabasco
Go
sauce.
to Sarah's,
Okay.
the restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that'll give you the opportunity to
Yeah, then you can
try
just
it. And
Why
put
is
it
it
on
on the
whatever.
table?
Yes.
I imagine lots of places are.
They are now. Yeah, Tabasco seems to
Actually,
be like.
yeah, it's almost like ketchup now. You just
Yeah.
ask, oh, do you have Tabasco sauce? Yes,
Yeah.
we do.
What was that sauce that was like? There was a sauce that was like all over the place, and suddenly it just disappeared. It's the
Oh,
red and the
yes, the
green.
sriracha.
Sriracha. I haven't heard anything about sriracha in like
It was-
years now.
Everybody loved it, and now it's
Yeah.
kind of
No,
forgotten.
that was-
sriracha's out, guys.
No, it's not a thing anymore. I mean, what's the
Well,
in
maybe it's
sauce?
just quiet.
The in sauce is.
Actually, matcha is all over the place.
Salsa. Remember that episode of Seinfeld
No.
when George thought the number one condiment in America should be salsa?
Why?
Why?
I don't remember.
That's not it. That's not something you put on a hamburger normally.
No, it's not. But you can put it on like an omelet. People put salsa on omelets.
put
Yeah,
salsa on
Southwest. Yeah. Alex's mom does that. Like, it's kind of odd. Like, whenever we go over to breakfast, she always has sour cream and salsa with all of her eggs. It's an interesting addition.
Sour cream on
Yeah.
eggs?
Oh my God, it's delicious.
I've never heard of that before.
Yeah. Man,
you guys are all weird.
So do you have Tabasco in your fridge right now?
we have a
I think we
version
do.
of it.
I have wing sauce, like hot wing sauce.
No, I don't have wing sauce because I don't
That's
eat enough
different.
chicken. Are you expecting that Mary to do something wrong? Is that why everyone's watching her?
Yes.
She's a distraction.
Yeah, she is. She's a little kitten. What's the smoking thing?
So big news in the smoking world, like smoking.
Big news. Remember that part in The Sword and the Stone when the guy comes, the messenger comes, he's like, I've got big news from London. Big news.
Big news. Oh my! Wait, what is that?
Sword and Stone?
Yeah. Yes. Mhm.
I have not seen that movie.
Okay, that's gonna.
So
be
what
on
I
the
was doing
list.
is creating a note for movies I'm going to add to the movie.
You say,
List. Say,
while Alex is looking
No,
up
I've got
this, okay,
I've got it.
never mind.
So recently, Ohio, our neighboring state here, has raised their legal smoking tobacco age to 21
Really?
from 18. So, and I went ahead and looked it up. Is there anyone else? And
Yes.
sure enough, there are 17 states as of right now that have raised the tobacco age to 21.
I know California has been the first.
Hold on here. I don't see that
Shoot somebody first.
as the problem for young people. It's vaping.
Well, I don't see.
I'm not gonna
I
do-
don't know if this has anything to do with vaping.
Yes.
It does.
Yes,
Does it
tobacco
in-
products. Yes.
That's considered a tobacco.
Yes,
You're right.
it
yeah,
is.
Yep.
I have a
Don't-
couple.
don't ask me.
Couple of my friends are teachers, and they said
Vaping is huge.
vaping is
Juuls,
a problem.
The jewels. Like when we were at Juice in the Morning, he had
Yeah.
a jewel. And
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I mean that's the standard that people are going for nowadays.
Yes, it's considered a tobacco product. So this is for vaping and smoking.
Yeah.
Real tobacco.
Yeah.
Well,
So it's now being raised to 21, and it is to try to help with what Brett's talking about, which is kids getting to it.
kids
so
are gonna get to it anyway.
the way to get to it now is I read some articles saying they're going to just start spelling vaping and tobacco strictly more towards alcohol stores. So you have to be 21 to go in there and get your
Sure,
stuff
sure.
anyway. So there's 17 states right now, which is Arkansas, California, Connecticut, Delaware, Hawaii, Illinois, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, New Jersey, New York, Oregon, Texas, Utah, Vermont, Virginia, Washington, along with Washington, D.C., and now Ohio.
Wow.
We are
It-
not on that
It
list.
did that very quietly. Like
Yeah.
I had no idea. Any
Well,
of
I
this.
think the only reason we're hearing about Ohio is because we're right next door.
Yeah.
So, and which is weird because back in the day before I was born, Ohio had their drinking age as 18, and they rose it to 21,
They were the last.
and they were the
one of
last
states.
state
Yeah.
to do so.
Yeah.
So I didn't think like smoking was as prevalent as it had been in
I-
past decades.
It's
And I don't think
2019
it
and people
is.
still
It's-
buying cigarettes. And
it's
But I mean,
because,
I don't think nearly as many people are.
it's because they're going to vaping. And I'm gonna say this as someone who has worked in the vaping industry on the counter staff. Where I worked, we only had 4 ingredients in it, and I'm not gonna explain everything about it, but it is a lot less harmful than a lot of people are saying. And it all depends on how you're vaping it, your heat level. I mean, I could go into full
Well,
depth here. It is
here-
a safer method.
I think as far as among kids, all they care about is blowing the big clouds.
I don't know, but the clouds are a thing anymore. I think it's just to get the
It's I think it's
buzz.
about the clouds at first because it looks cool, just
Mhm.
like back when you and I were
We
in the
did it.
90s.
We
was
did it?
it was
Well,
smoking
90s.
No,
was
I was
cool.
talking about when we vaped.
We all did, yeah.
Well,
And
Oh,
then
yeah,
it got to look like LA in
I
a room. And I'm
forgot
like,
that-
get this crap out of here.
I forgot that.
I forgot that Brett vaped. We all vaped.
Yeah.
It was
We all
very brief.
yes. Well, I mean, mine was probably about
And I
as brief
think
as
I only
yours.
did it when I drank.
Same.
And that's the same thing. Like
Well,
I
that's how I started.
yeah, I was just socially with something like a hand to mouth thing.
Yeah.
Then
So
I made
anyways,
your brother hold it out the window while we were in the car.
yes.
So I'm like, Jake, don't you blow that shit in here so I can't see where I'm going.
right.
Anyways, so it is based on the teen vaping epidemic. That is why everything's being risen to 21 instead of 18.
Yeah.
So
Well, in the states where cannabis is legal, it is 21.
Sure.
So and everything's probably anything
Everything's
that
gonna
you
go to
smoke
21.
is going to be 21. And this says
Well,
this includes tobacco products, e-cigarettes, and any other vaping product.
Yep.
except you know,
So you
Joining
can't
the
just walk
military.
in. You can't just walk in and be
I
like,
don't think they can do that.
"Oh, I don't have any nicotine, but I can smoke it." No,
don't
it's
think you
like
can do what?
everything.
I don't think that they can do that.
can't do what?
Smoke. Well, you'd be.
No, I meant you can join the military and be enlisted well before you're 21.
Okay. Yeah. Well. Yeah. That's the only thing. Like, are they gonna change that?
Probably not because they want recruits.
Hmm. Interesting. Yeah. So
Anyway.
this doesn't upset me as a person, but it does upset me as the companies who are.
It
trying.
cuts your it
So-
cuts off part of your clientele.
Yes.
Yes,
You don't
it
have
does.
paying customers.
Right.
Yes.
Exactly.
So here's some information or some
Well,
here's some stuff. Most adult smokers start smoking before the age of 21, while
Some of them are like 13.
yes, while
Mhm.
less than half of adult smokers, 46%, become daily smokers before 18.
Yeah.
4 out of 5 do so before they turn 21. Nicotine is addictive, and adolescents and young adults are more susceptible to feel its effects before the brain actually is still, or before the brain stops like developing. Not necessarily stops developing, but you know what I'm saying. Like it's still in development.
Yep.
So they're able to feel the effects more than we can.
Mhm.
So that's why it's more addictive.
Right. Now not a lot of people know that. I don't know where I was gonna go with it. Crap. I had something I was gonna say, but you
Something about e-cigarettes.
no.
Okay.
That's okay.
Anyways, smoking's eventually all gonna be 21.
I'm not that upset about the 21 thing, but I mean, I think it's all gonna
When
become
you
that.
put smoking, there was a story out last week with the debut of Stranger Things that people were upset about David Harbour's
Mm-hmm.
depiction, like common or not common, but prevalent depiction of smoking.
It
and
was the
people
80s.
didn't like it.
It
It
was
was
the
the
80s.
80s.
You have to, yeah, that's the biggest thing. You have to remember, it was the 80s. Everybody smoked.
And
Yeah.
at the same time, Rod Ferguson, who is the game director at the coalition who develops the Gears of War games, he doesn't want any smoking depicted in the Gears of War games
Whoa,
because
really?
he had some personal experience. He's seen the effects of smoking on people, and he's like, I don't want it in my game. And
Wow.
that is his right. He's the game director.
So
Yep.
I think it'll help. It's not gonna stop kids, teens
No.
from vaping.
Nope.
For sure. Especially it's gonna be a slow stop or a slow down, I guess is what we're gonna see, because all those people that still know that, oh, I'm 18 and I'm before the law changes, I'm gonna stock up on stuff.
That can happen.
So there's that. We saw when we were at Cedar Point, Josh and I saw somebody, a kid who we knew, like, it's pretty damn obvious that kid was nowhere near 18.
That
And
girl?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was probably half my size. She looked like what, 13?
Yeah.
13?
Yep.
Yeah. And she was just, her mom was passing a vape to her.
A jewel. Yep.
Like, yeah. A jewel.
Yep.
And she was just blowing it right behind us.
Could be she might have thought, well, I'd rather she be vaping than smoking cigarettes.
I would rather a kid do the alternative if
But
they
I'm
get
not-
a hold of it.
But I'm not going to be the parent to go.
Absolutely
It's just
not.
like the parent of, well, I'd much rather them drink in front of me than go to a party.
Right.
It's still wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
remember hanging out with one of my friends, and their older, like their, one of their like other friends. They had like cigarettes with them and stuff. I was like, why? When I was a kid, I was like,
Some
why?
people, what I've been told by smokers is they started smoking when they started drinking because they needed something for their hands to do,
Mhm.
which just sounds weird, but
Well, I mean, it is,
Either
but
way.
we just talked about it. We would smoke, or not smoke, but we would vape while we were drinking.
Yep.
It's just because, and that was actually why I not vaped so much, but why I vaped a bit when we would go out is because it's like, once I got to a certain point of drinking, I would just, if I got drunk enough, I would just keep drinking, and it was just a social hand to mouth exercise pretty much while
Yep.
you're being social. Oh, hey, finish a sentence, take a drink. Finish a sentence, take. So instead of that and getting super drunk all the time, I would take a break and just vape, and I wouldn't have any nicotine in it. So it'd just be like oh, okay, this is just a social thing to do.
speaking of smoking depiction in film, you've never seen Casino, right?
Mm-mm.
Robert De Niro is smoking in probably 80% of his scenes in Casino.
See, in those scenes where actors do smoking, do they really?
Well, I think he is because I think he does smoke or
But
did
that
smoke.
much?
He was smoking a lot.
Okay,
and,
so when you're doing camera cuts, you know how many times
Yeah,
you light
yeah.
them up. You got to have that
and,
one.
In
That's
Casino
nuts.
set in the 70s where you could smoke anywhere.
Right.
So
right.
he just did. Now I don't know that specifically, but I'm pretty sure. I think him and Tommy Lee Jones. I think he smoked or at one time smoked.
Tommy Lee
because
Jones looks like he'd smoke a pipe.
He's
like
aged.
like a wooden
You can
pipe.
kind of see it in his face.
Oh, Tommy Lee Jones always looked like that.
Maybe that's why though.
Yeah.
Even in the 90s, he had the same wrinkles that outline his head
Yeah.
entirely. Like it's weird. He's cell shaded with his wrinkles.
Yeah.
Haven't seen him in a while.
Do you guys
No.
personally know anybody that still smokes cigarettes?
That's a good
I
question.
don't think so.
I probably do.
When you were anywhere between the age of 6 to
None-
12, could you count on one hand
People who did.
people who did that you knew?
In
I
that
don't
time,
know.
I was pretty innocent, so
My family, both sides of my
Probably
family,
not.
do not smoke.
Mm.
So I've never been around it on a personal level.
I know my
So
dad did.
not in middle school, not in high school. You didn't have any kids that
Nope.
you hung out with.
I don't think so.
No.
No.
Because I was never pressured to smoke.
One in high school, but I was never pressured to. I never gave in to that. That's the weird
Peer
thing.
pressure?
Well, some peer pressure, yes, but smoking, no.
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 Hmm.
Some of it's not even pressure. Like sometimes I just don't give a fuck. Like
I just don't give a fuck.
I'll just do it, whatever.
IDAGF.
I can say no. I have that strength.
Yeah. Well, sometimes especially if you're not like I don't know. I can't explain it.
Even if I was around friends and they were doing it, I don't care.
I think it's easier to do that versus if you and your friends are around other people and they're doing it
No.
and they offer it to you
Nope.
and then your friends take it and then you're the only one that's like,
That doesn't matter to me.
But can you see the situation? I'm
Yes, I can
painting?
see how people
Okay,
can
that's
give
what
into
I'm
that.
I'm not talking about you.
No.
I'm talking about a situation.
Fine.
Okay.
Wait.
Yeah.
Is your shit story short?
Yes.
Go ahead with it.
Okay, let's move off of smoking. So,
Yeah.
let's talk about shit.
Let's talk about shit.
Yeah, because we got to get out of here. This has been a great episode, guys. And thanks to everyone who's been sticking through it with us and chiming in on the
Everybody
podcast
on
the
YouTube.
Yep, thanks for being with us.
So Josh and I were laying in bed one night or in the morning or something. I think we woke up. I
don't remember what this
find
is.
This. Oh, I found it. Here it is. Okay, so do you remember this conversation now?
As I see what you what you got there.
Okay, so Josh and I think we woke up one morning on a week. I think it was last weekend, and we were discussing like, all right, we're waking up. Well, when you wake up, what's the first thing you usually go and do?
Take a pee.
Take a pee, or you take a shit.
I don't do that first thing, no.
Really?
No.
Dude, I have had to wake up.
I'm gonna say it was like Josh and I are about on the same schedule now, so it's like we just like get up and
We eat more fiber than
we
you
eat a
do,
lot more
probably.
fiber right now. So, but I'm so happy we have 2 bathrooms because most of the time
yeah.
Josh and I get done eating and it's like 20 minutes after. All right, time to pause Netflix, and I go in my bathroom, he goes in his bathroom.
Yep.
Whose?
I have the downstairs.
I have the upstairs.
Yep. I like the
So-
downstairs.
I like the upstairs. We don't fight over it.
We're happy.
But if I go in Josh's when he goes in mine, we bicker at each other about it. So it better smell pretty.
Go on. Keep
So-
going.
Anyways, so we're laying in bed and we're just waking up and having a giggle fit. I don't remember what about, but Josh goes, "All right, well, it's time to."
You want to know why?
why?
Because that morning I woke up and I fed Nymeria.
Yeah.
I didn't have my glasses on.
Yeah.
I thought some of her food fell on the floor.
Was it shit?
Yeah. I grabbed it with my hand because Layla made a mess.
It was a hard pebble. No, I think it was from Nymeria.
Nymeria?
I think it was hanging from her tail. That it was a very small pebble of poop.
So I grabbed it with my finger, put it in her bowl.
And Josh goes,
Here you go, Nymeria.
"Oh, that's not poop."
That's not food. That's poop.
She like looked at the bowl.
Okay.
And so I was like, gotta go wash my fingers now. Now it's like, why? It's like, because I just grabbed poop.
And give it to the cat.
I didn't have my glasses on. It was dark, and I thought it was a pebble of her food. And Came off of that Mary. Yeah,
So anyway, so that's how we got on the topic of poop that morning. So anyways, we're talking about poop, and Josh is like, all right, well, speaking of poop, I've got to go, and he makes what we thought was the hand signal for poop for sign language.
Okay.
And Brett, do you know what the hand signal is for poop?
No.
Like, I have to go poop.
No.
So
you ever see Meet the Fockers?
Yeah.
And they're
I don't know. I think I've seen Meet the Parents, but not.
okay. Well, Meet the
They
Fockers
do
is
the
pretty
sign
funny.
language for
Because
it.
they have a baby now, and it's all funny. Okay, so anyways, what a lot of
It's all
people have it's backwards. What a lot of people do, which is if you make a fist, you tilt your hand upside down where your thumb is facing the floor. You put your other thumb inside your fist and you pull it down. So that's not correct. And I was like, you know what? Are we even doing this correctly?
Mhm.
So we went ahead and said the OKGOOGLE because my phone's gonna turn on if I actually say it. And I said, what is the sign language for having to poop? And she read it out loud to me, and the way she reads it is very funny. And I'm actually going to make her say it because it's funny. Okay, Google. What is sign language for having to poop?
According to LifePrint, poop. Hold out your left hand in a fist hand shape with the thumb of the right hand stuck up into the hole of the pinky side of the left fist hand shape.
What? She says, hold
You
out.
might want to quiet that down now.
Oh, is she still talking?
Oh,
oops.
now it's
yeah,
you.
Now it's me. Okay, she says, hold out your left hand in a fist shape with the thumb of your right hand stuck up into the hole.
So we lost it.
We lost it in the morning. So
I
it was like,
what?
all right, well, not only did we learn the sign language for poop, it was upside down. You actually want to have your thumb up towards the ceiling and then your other thumb up. And then you pull your thumb down and it means you have to go poop.
Yep.
Okay.
But she said the hole. The way she read it out to us, it was really funny.
Yep.
But Google has a personality.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so does Siri.
Get the
So
hell out of here.
So there you go.
Yeah,
There's
we
your
do.
poop conversation.
it's time. Anything you want to say from the comments? I know that some people we've seen some running.
Let's see here. My dad. I quit smoking in 2001 cold turkey.
I quit
job.
vaping in 2018 cold turkey.
Do you know? I've known my dad my whole life. You know
Mhm.
that?
I would hope so.
And I think
Okay.
he tried up until 2001. I can remember myself him trying more than like 10 times.
It's not easy.
To try to quit. And I remember certain things that he would do. The number one thing was the Dum Dum suckers. He would have this like gigantic bag of Dum Dum suckers.
Is that why you like?
Maybe. I don't know.
It's just like, excuse me, it's like an oral fixation.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
He tried patches. Like, I remember he tried, like, there was just so much. And it used to be the deer program scared me so much into my dad having lung cancer and he was going to die from it that I would actually steal his lighters. I would flush his cigarettes down the toilet and I would get in trouble
Like,
for
I was
it.
gonna say, did he
But he
know?
couldn't get, the thing is, like, he would get mad at me, but I specifically remember, like, okay, you can't do that. Like, he would sit me down and say, you can't do this, but you're doing it for a good reason. And I get it, but don't. Like, the kind of thing.
Well, you
and-
might as well just flush money
And
down the
if
toilet.
my
Yeah.
mom used to have, because my dad would work the day shift, my mom would work the night shift as far as taking care of us and then going to work. My dad would come home from work, and if my mom did not like my dad smoking,
Mhm.
and she would go, Alex, does he smell like cigarettes? I say yes. And like, all right, smack him on the butt. And I would have to like smack him.
Spank.
So,
Well, you know.
did he smoke in the house or outside?
Well, when we lived in the apartment, so 2001 is when we moved to this house that my
Okay.
mom currently has.
Yeah.
And the big rule was we bought a house, absolutely no smoking, no garage, no in the house, like it's outside. So, and that made my dad just stopped. So he used to smoke actually in the car and in the apartment, like all that stuff. Yeah.
All right, let's get out of here. All right, guys, thank you very much for joining us. We want to thank you for chiming in on the YouTubes, on all of our social media as well. Make sure you check out our audio episode. My words are
Try
fumbling
again.
here.
Start
So
again.
check out our audio episodes. Just seriously Google us. We're on everything except for some of the major players like Podcast One and all that. But yeah, search PTO Unlimited if you want to see our back catalog of all of our other episodes. If you want to check us on our social media, we are on Facebook, which is facebook.com/PTO Unlimited. Said that many times tonight. Instagram is PTO Unlimited _podcast, and we're on Twitter, which is @PTO Unlimited. On those apps, you can join us on our precast meeting every Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. where we sit down and talk about what we're going to talk about before we actually talk about it. Sometimes we have short conversations about other items that have come up throughout the week, and sometimes we do like taste tests and things like that. So make sure you join us on our social media as well. We do other posts on there. And yeah, so thank you for joining us. If you want to follow me on Twitter, I am at Lemke619.
Brett_Wings.
Cute_kitty.
You had to think about that. You didn't plug your Twitch.
If you would like to watch me game or just follow me on Twitch and lurk every once in a while, it's twitch.tv/cute_kitty. KUTEKITTI. Sorry, I'm putting poop emoji or the hand signal for poop in our chat right now on YouTube for fun. But yeah, so anyways, I stream on Sunday and Tuesday and Friday and Saturday. We actually just streamed with Patrick.
Yep.
Patrick played Gears of War 4 on what map was that, Brett?
Security.
Who wanted to play security?
Me.
Yep. Guess who hates that map?
Well, I remember.
I enjoyed the end
a little bit differently because I thought in 2, it's a map from 2, the inside where I thought
Where we were at inside?
once you close it off, they can't get in.
Oh.
Period.
I think they might have made the fence last only a short.
It lasts a short time, and there's a button across the way that they can push to deactivate it, but you can also reactivate it. I'm pretty sure. So that
I didn't know
was
that.
I didn't know that.
different.
Yeah.
I may have that way wrong, but anyway.
It may be a completely different scenario.
If you'd like to watch that entire not clip, but that entire video
About 2.5
stream,
hours.
2.5 hours worth, it is on my Twitch channel, which again is twitch.tv/cute_kitty. Or if you would like to watch a really funny clip that I made from it, where it was just absolute chaos at one point, not sure what the heck was going on my screen. I was just moving my thumbstick to try to get out of it. That is about a 40-second clip, and that is on pretty much all my social media, on Twitch, on Twitter, on Instagram, all that.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Good. You had a good week too, as well. A lot of people joining your streams, and yeah.
I'm currently almost 60% through Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
I'm getting
Brett. When are you gonna join Alex's streams? Said, hey, stream Tomb Raider.
Guess what? I'm streaming Tomb Raider every Sunday.
Every Sunday.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, I'm usually playing now when you're streaming.
Guys, guess what?
You got a fart?
No. What? The NFL starts next week.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Well, the Hall of Fame game.
Preseason.
Yeah, preseason
I don't
stuff.
care about
We set
It's
our
NFL.
draft date for our league. Are you in?
I don't know about the $30 thing.
Okay, but I say if you don't put money towards the belt, which I'm not wild about it either, but it's $10 extra, I'm fine with it.
You're fine.
I think
Look
if
at us.
you don't put money to go to the belt, which is your right.
Yeah.
If you win, you don't carry the belt.
That's very true.
You think?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. I thought that it was just going to be $20 per person, and all that money was going to go towards the belt, and what was left over went to the winners. I think that's fair enough.
Okay.
But Shane wanted to complicate it by upping the price another $10.
I don't think he wanted to complicate it. He just
I'll
wants
tell you why he
more
complicated
money.
it, because Alex and I have to double that.
That's not why he did it.
That's what makes it complicated.
I understand. Okay, but he didn't do that on purpose. It was just
That's why
an
I
extra
complained,
10 per
and
player.
I'm no longer chiming in on it.
So,
We can't afford to throw down $60
that's,
a week.
that's fine. That's fine.
Nope.
But
I will do it, but
I'll leave
I'm
it up
not
to
putting
him.
$60 in.
He's the commissioner.
Yep. Sorry about the complaint, but I kept my tongue until the end.
I think the reason why we all decided the extra 10 is because we still want the money if we win.
Yes.
Because it's not a cheap belt.
No, it's not.
It's a nice belt, but I
It
mean
is
I
a
don't
nice
carry it
belt.
away. Of course,
I know.
that's he. The pro people won it because they're the last two winners, I believe.
Yeah, Shane
So-
and Rick are like all about this, and we're just like, okay.
And one of my other cousin Andrew did buy a ring one year that he won, like an actual ring.
Mm-hmm.
That's a little
It was
cheesy.
kind of it was kind of a joke because did you ever watch The League?
Yeah, a little
We've
bit.
seen parts.
One
of
year
the
that Ruxin won and he bought a ring, so it was just kind of a joke. But
Yeah.
anywho,
Yeah.
I have a final note.
Okay.
Have you guys ever watched anything of Robert Irwin?
Yeah, that's
Steve Irwin's
Steve
son?
Irwin's son. Yeah, I
So
love his.
he's a young kid, but he is like
Nymeria? No.
He's like Steve Irwin incarnated.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I know. I've seen.
So
I've
is
seen
his
him.
daughter.
His daughter's very good too, but he is very much like son, father, like
He
mirroring
has
each other.
he has taken the um
Yeah, she's
the character of Steve Irwin and
Mhm.
it just I don't know if it's I'm sure some of it is because he is the son, but he never really got to know his dad.
Yeah.
He
No.
was really young when Steve died. But
Do you remember
it's-
when he did?
Oh yeah, I
I-
remember hearing it on the news, and I was like,
I was
Holy
awake as
crap.
it happened.
Mhm.
yeah.
It was at like 2:00 in the morning. We were over at
Yeah,
our friend's
we were
place.
over
and they
at
were watching
Joe's
CNN,
house.
and
Yeah.
Steve Irwin had
the,
died.
the worst part about it is that he could have lived if he didn't panic.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you can
But I don't know. I
I
probably
just-
would have done the same thing.
hindsight.
You know what? But here's the deal. Steve Irwin he died, but he died doing
Would it?
what he
Sure,
does.
Sure.
What he enjoys doing. So
Yep.
there's just not a better out. If it wasn't then, it would be he would
Well, it
probably
was
be
still
dead by an alligator.
Tragic and way too early because he
Yeah.
had 2 young children
Yes.
at the time. But
It's never a good thing to die by accident.
yeah,
But I'm saying if it wasn't then, it would have been by probably
he wouldn't have died of old age. Is what
He
you're
would
saying.
not have I don't think he would have been one to be. I mean, I'm not God, but like he wouldn't be one to be hit by a car or a disease. Like he most likely would have died by doing what he's doing because he puts himself in very big danger.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
he does.
That sounds weird, but very big danger, a lot of danger every single time he works.
Yep.
Jimmy Fallon has Robert on every now and then.
I love
and
it.
I love it.
He's just it's
He's
Steve.
so excited for
He's-
everything.
And the accent is just great. And I did watch a clip earlier today. Millie Bobby Brown was on,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and they're actually good friends. And so she was telling
Really?
a story about how
That's cool.
Robert named a centipede. He named it
Really?
Millie Bobby
Oh,
Brown.
I get it.
Hmm.
Or no wait.
And
Are
she's
you
actually-
Sure it wasn't like a millipede, not a centipede.
Okay, it was a millipede. then. Whatever. It was a bug with a lot of legs. Is
it's like
she
matter.
Australian? Because she has an accent as well.
I don't know.
You know what? I have never heard her real.
I've never
accent,
actually. Yeah,
so-
I've never actually.
I've
heard
never
her.
seen any of her.
Jimmy has those kids on a lot too, and I could have swore she's been on before without an accent.
She's English.
Okay.
Oh,
Yep.
So
okay.
interesting.
She was born in Spain.
Okay, so she's born in Spain, but she's
Well,
English.
it says she's English.
Okay.
Yeah, is an English accent actress. She's best known for 11 and that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she was
All
born
right,
in
so
Spain.
she was just. Well, I mean, hey, some people that we know were born other places.
though.
And
Right.
I think she's going to be a big star.
Yeah,
I
she
think
was in
so.
Godzilla,
Which one?
The
the
newest
sequel
one,
that just came
yeah.
out this year. In fact, a lot of fans love that movie.
Oh,
so.
the monsters.
King of Monsters. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to see that. Yeah.
Not me.
We gotta get out of here.
Yeah,
Let's
we
go.
gotta go.
Yep. So thanks for joining us, guys. We'll catch you next week for episode 171. It's been a good one. Yeah, nothing else really you gotta add in, right?
Nope.
Anything? Yeah?
Nope.
All right.
Get.
Bye, guys.
Bye.